Welcome, everybody, to a very special late night broadcast. My name is Red Baron. I'm from the unfairadvantage.chat, and you can subscribe to our charts at the fibbycharts.com. We'll be talking about that here in just a little bit. What I'm doing here is something I do in VIP for gold, platinum, and diamond members only. This is called desktop live trading. And generally, we started doing this. I've never opened this up to the public. This one's kind of a special one because it's Shiba Inu is moving today, guys. It's moving big time. So I wanted to go ahead and just do this here. I'm going to be heading down to Georgia for my get-together birthday party with some of the members here. And I'm going to be taking off. And for some ungodforsaken reason, I'm up trading Shiba. So be that as it may, while I can hold out, and while it's going on, I'm in the middle of a live trade here, so I want to see if I can possibly hit this dual AI line here. So we're just going to kind of hang out, watch the chat, let everybody talk, stuff like that, see what's going on. So I'm going to kill my mic for just a second. However, I'm prone to telling stories and just kind of rambling and whatever, but you're going to see people in the chat here shortly as soon as I get everything opened up. So stick with us here, and we'll be live in just a second. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining me. My name is Red Baron. We have never done this before publicly. This is something we do for VIP only people, which is in the gold, the platinum, and the diamond. Excuse me. So what we're going to do here is I'm in the middle of a Shiba Inu trade, and Shiba's hot, and she's running again, guys. She's running. So I'm on my way here in just a matter of hours to go down to Georgia to go to my birthday party and meet up, a combination with some of the members and stuff like that. So for some godforsaken reason, like I said earlier, I'm up trading goddamn dog coins in the middle of the night. So well, we're going to go ahead and do that anyway. I'm going to let everybody just kind of join me in the chat. Our usual suspects that are up late night with me when I'm trading and messing around or filing into the chat. So this is not going to be any kind of special thing. You never know what you're going to get these live streams, but we're just having a big group hangout. So you guys that are new to live stream, just trying to wonder what this is all about. Join us, hang out, join the chat, and watch what happens. You can just kind of watch me do what I do. So if you'd like to join us at our main chat, which is the unfairadvantage.chat, go to that. That's your invitation to get into our free Discord. You're welcome to join us. We'd love to have you be part of our ever-growing crypto community. And of course, obviously, if you'd like to, you can go, and if you'd like to subscribe to our AI-powered, automated intelligence-powered charts featuring ISIS and Anubis, our AI-powered bots, you can do that at fibbycharts.com, F-I-B-I charts.com. Currently, I should say, I'm running a birthday special. We are taking 2/3 off. Normally, if you want to get into VIP chat, you want to get into the gold, which is where everybody really, really wants to be, especially right now with markets moving. Normally, that's $150 a month. Right now, we got a special $49.95. Right now, during my birthday, if you guys want to do that, you get the VIP, you get full access to all of our gold level coins. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit, but you certainly want to join. You certainly want to be a part of the free chat nonetheless. So good to see everybody in here. So here we go, round 3 again, guys. So hang tight here. I'm going to kill my mic for just a second. I'm able to do these late night things because Chase is up tonight. He worked a late shift, so he's got a brand new computer he's working on. So he's playing with new toys in the other room, so I don't have to worry about keeping him up. My voice rattles the walls in the middle of the night because it's midnight here, Chicagoland time. So if I talk this time of night, normally I got to be off air after about 10 o'clock. Otherwise, I'll wake the natives, and I don't want to do that. So, but I can do that tonight. So let's get right down to it. So, anybody making any money? I already know the answer to that, don't I? All right, so currently we're having a little bit of a blast here. Let's take a look at this. So these are the calls that I did prior to this. About last week, I told you this is how it's going to be. Showed you we were in a double W formation here, just a simple matter of hours ago. I said we were in a double W formation. I told you this is a velocity move here that I predicted would be made, and I predicted that about week and a half ago. Showed you guys it was going to go here, and I told you it was going to stop at about this halfway point, and that's exactly what it did. Went, stopped, stalled, and I said, okay, we're ready to go. We went, ping, we hit it. So now we're hitting that mark. We're on our way to the next. So the next prediction here, basically, very possible it could be tonight. Looks like ISIS is redrawing lines on me here. Oh, Lord, guys. All right, so just before I went live on air, we had ISIS is our automated intelligence system that figures out probabilities of the next move. These lines here you see at bronze lines are lines. These are not Fibonacci lines. These are lines that are put in by our automated intelligence, things that basically factor in all the moves that have ever happened since the history of this coin originated. And then it prognosticates likely stop points, highs, lows, whatever. The green lines that you're seeing here are true Fibonacci lines. I think I'm probably gonna end up changing the color of those guys because they don't really seem to show. I might change into like a light blue or something like that so that we can really see these dual AI lines. The reason I'm calling attention to that is because dual AI lines is what we call them, is basically a Fibonacci line plus ISIS's automated intelligence probability line. Anytime you see these lines in tandem side by side, they're magnetic, guys. The coins just suck up to them or drop down to them. It's just like, it's the reason why we call the system the unfair advantage, because it's so probable that it's going to happen. You know, it may not happen immediately, but you can just bet if you're anywhere in the neighborhood, you're going to swing by for a visit. So that's kind of where we're looking at right now. So before I went on air, the last probability showed it right about here. So she's moved it up, and I'm not surprised given what we're going through right now. Just the run that we're seeking and we're seeking to have here. Doesn't surprise me she raised the lines up a little bit. So good on us. So right now, currently, we're looking at probably a target of about 0.000065, just to kind of break it down the middle. So can we do that tonight? You know, it remains to be seen. So that's why I went on air here. So we're kind of softening a little bit. Doesn't mean we might not go through a small red session, be right back in the green, blasting up even higher. Now, some of you guys have been following us for a while. I'll tell you what, the guys who are not following us, we have on our team probably one of the best world-class transmedium psychics you will ever see. And I know everybody who's got a crypto channel has got a psychic. Well, we got one too, and ours is better than yours is. So, really, in all seriousness, though, she is absolutely spectacular. Then when I'm speaking, of course, of the fabulous Veronica Jane, and she's with us on Thursday's shows, every Thursday, not this Thursday coming up because I'll be down in Atlanta at the birthday party, but you can join us on Woo Woo Thursdays, on Crypto Chat Woo Woo Thursdays, and we give predictions, world events, we kind of look at all kinds of fun stuff. We talk about aliens, Bigfoot, Loch Ness monsters coming up, you never know. You need that with your crypto channel. Variety is the spice of life, and we are spicy on this channel, are we not, guys? So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's going on here in the market. Because I've been packing my stuff. I haven't been paying too much attention. It's kind of an addiction to be close to these charts, but gotta get out and get away every once in a while. So let's take a look and see what's going on here. So I'm expecting, so let me finish my thought here. So I'm expecting, since we are in a pullback here, this was completely, what I told the group is if we clear this AI line, which we didn't, you can see how spooky accurate these things are. It went right straight up to it, rebounded off of it. So, does that mean the party's over? Well, no, not necessarily. Now, this is not any longer an AI line. So we've got the likelihood here, I think, is probably we're going to be working within this theoretical channel. So don't be surprised if we do kind of one of these things here before we regroup and continue up. I don't know that I'm going to be on live stream that long to be able to pull that off because I do have to sleep. I got a 13 and a half hour, 14 hour drive ahead of me. It's going to be brutal. And I've got a guy with me that's driving 5 hours to get to me and then another 13, 14 with me on the way. So he's no help. So we're going to be plumb tuckered by the time we get down south. So. But anyway, I can't. This is a sickness and an addiction. So here I am at midnight trading Shiba Inu again. 3 nights in a row. By the way, guys, if you do me a favor, like and give me a thumbs up on this channel, so obviously it helps because we're live. I don't do very many live videos anymore. I've been really servicing the VIP people and doing closed quarters, the stuff that's in the chat. I mean, I'm in constant communication with the guys that are in VIP, but I don't go public very much because we're paring down the amount of free stuff that I'm doing publicly because we just don't need it. I'm a busy boy. However, I like to draw in new people that need my help because this is the greatest time in crypto right now. And for you not to have qualified, good, professional advice, so now we don't give advice, but professional examples to draw from, not some kid that, spent his McDonald's money on Shiba, so now he thinks Shiba is just the bomb, and he wants you to think that too. We don't shill coins here. I mean, if they suck, they suck. If they're awesome, they're awesome. If they're in between, then we watch them. We make a determination until we know yay or nay. Thank you very much for all the happy birthday wishes, you guys. My birthday is on October 30th, by the way. Halloween, go figure. So midnight morning of Halloween. So anyway, I'm going to be going down so from the 27th to the 30th, I'll be in Georgia. So all of our diamonds will be joining earlier. We're going to go shoot some guns, drink some liquor, smoke some cigars. Man stuff. Women are the women who can hang with it. They're welcome to come. But on Saturday we will be meeting at the Schoolhouse. A bar called the Schoolhouse in somewhere in the suburbs of Georgia. I'm not exactly sure. You'll have to check. The party room in Discord to see what the details are. I haven't had a chance to really look that over. So, if you're wanting to join us, you're more than welcome to join us. All right, so let's open up a few charts to see what's going on in the world other than Shiba. Not much going on anywhere in my world other than Shiba. I've just been all over this thing, like white on rice, I'll tell you what. and a lot of other people have been too. I mean, this is really... I sidestepped a XLM, had a member pay with XLM, and shortly after paying, it went up, and I thought that's a good time for a swap. So swapped it into Shiba, and up she goes even more. So win. I'm just tired of winning. When's the winning gonna stop? You're gonna say, oh please stop with the winning. It ain't over yet, guys. Not in the long shot. Not for a long shot. Welcome, Silver Theta. Wanda, do you ever sleep here? You and your sister are just about as bad as I am. You two. Don't you have a day job? A lot of you guys are going to need your day jobs by the time this thing does what I say it's going to do. All right, let's go ahead and let's open up Platinum Pro. This is at fibicharts.com. This is the trading interface that you can subscribe to that gives you access to all the charts. All right, this is Platinum Pro is what we're using. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at a few things here. Let's look at, I just have not paid any attention whatsoever to Bitcoin. I really don't care. I don't own it. I haven't owned it for a number of years, but I'm not surprised to see that this is stalling. It's going to go sideways and then it's going to come down. I've got a prediction box right here, and I'm sticking to my guns. We're going to come down into this easily into 56.5, down into 53.5, right in that range. I don't have to get. It doesn't take a psychic. It doesn't take. You can grab yourself a For Dummies book on trading, and you can pretty much realize this is exactly where it should go according to good theory. So I'm not terribly worried that Bitcoin's going to get out of control on me. Even if it were to take off and go to 300,000, some of these ridiculous prices, it ain't going to do it this week. Not this week. Not this month. So. And it wouldn't be the best investment to be making anyway. So the days of owning Bitcoin, coming in off the street and buying Bitcoin, stop. Just stop. There's a million other things you could be buying that are going to give you better yield than that. Namely, Shiba, namely XLM. So let's take a look at XLM. So another righteous call here. I just boosted right at that AI line there. I threw everything overboard. So you can see where the member paid right here by paid with his subscription money, and I rode that up and I watched it and it came down. I knew it would come back up. It came up, went to that AI line. I got the itchies, and I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of it, and I dumped it right there. Swapped it actually into Shiba, and down she went after this. So saved once again. Disaster averted. Now, do you want to own XLM? Yes, you definitely want to own XLM. Not yet. So I feel kind of compelled to share the trade that I have in mind, and a lot of people are going to follow suit because a lot of people, we don't, again, I'll say this till I'm blue in the face, I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel and that never shuts up. So, in my opinion, is just that. It's my opinion. However, my opinion is that I believe that Shiba is going to run first. XLM will pause, come in behind it, and then thirdly, we will see XRP. So it makes good sense. Sounds right to me that basically when Shiba runs, I'm got most of my eggs in that frying pan. So when we get a nice 4-course meal omelet, I'm going to peel off a goodly amount of that, and I'm going to move it over to XLM, and I'm going to ride that up. So what about if XLM goes up? It's not going to go up as high as Shiba will, as fast as Shiba will. What about if XLM takes off, or XRP takes off? It's not going to. Not yet. Not yet. So we've got small little loops of time to illustrate here on this chart. You know, if we're at Shiba and it goes up a certain amount and XLM goes up a little bit, here's a good visual illustration. I probably should have done this many, many months ago. I've been kind of looking for a good illustration that's just dawned on me. For you guys that, the guys that listen to my chats like to listen to me just kind of spew my theories here. So let's take a look at this. Let's say this is the playing field today. And we're looking at XLM, we're looking at Shiba, we're looking at XLM, and we're looking at XRP. So the idea here is Shiba is going to take off, and it's going to get up, let's say, as high as it goes. And let's say that there's a window on this. XLM will most likely go up a little bit too. And XRP, you don't know what the hell that damn thing's going to do. So basically the idea here is when this gets up here, we're going to prune the tree, we're going to take it, and we're going to scoop it at whatever level it is. I think this is where most people fall off in their understanding of how to swing from one vine to the next. And some of my guys here in chat are learning this. Since they've been watching me do this, they just get it. Now, after watching me, this is why I do this live, is because I do this live in VIP. This is, again, the first time I've ever done this publicly for the unwashed masses, and I don't mean that. I just saying that to be funny. I love the fact that there's always new people stumbling into our group. Glad to have you because, you know, you found me for a reason. Now let me teach you something. I'm a 35-year trade investor. I'm a real estate investor, multi-million-dollar investor. I've got multiple businesses, over 350 business books to my credit. I'm not a skateboard kid. I know what I'm talking about, or at least I certainly have far more credibility than most of the people that you listen to on YouTube. So again, I'm not handing out advice, but you're listening to somebody who is the real deal, if I do say so myself. So listening to what I say, some of these folks have now started to understand the concept of when you get profit. I had a guy earlier tonight. Excuse me, my throat has problems here. Hang on just a second. I got to clear my throat. I'll do that off mic because I know it's hard to listen to. Okay. So I had a guy that was at 3x in profit, and he was like, "Should I take profit? I don't know. Do you like profit? Take it, man. Take it." So what's the goal of taking profit? You let it get up there, you trim those trees, and you come and you take and you plant new seeds, and you let that tree grow, and you cut that out a little bit, and you plant another branch in the ground, and you let it just keep growing. That's what you're doing, is you're swinging from one low vine, letting it grow, swinging to the next low vine. You're always moving in a downward trajectory with your cash. You don't buy things when you're FOMOing, you buy them when everybody hates them, when they're hard to get, when they're just basically little respected, or whatever. The markets be down or whatever. So my point being here by showing you this is, when when Shiba runs, XLM will undoubtedly probably come up a little bit. But I mean, the difference in this is a horse race. When this thing gets to the finish line, you dismount and you go run back down the track, however far it is. You get on that horse, you ride it to the finish. You just keep going back to the slowest quality horse you can possibly find. That really is investing in a nutshell. You can do that with houses, you do that with stocks, you do that with bonds, you do it, trading from one precious metal to the other. It's all the same thing. It doesn't matter. So that's the way that you should always kind of visualize what's going on. So here we are. XLM is going down. And will it go down further? Yes. I've already got a predictor where I'm seeing it going. So as long as Shiba's running, let it run, man. Let this thing sag all the way to the bottom, because we can whack off some profit off of Shiba and throw it into XLM when it's just getting its butt handed to it. Because when XLM starts to run, let me tell you what, it's going to shock the hell out of a few people. And it's going to be soon. Soon. As in like 30 days around that window. So you got an unprecedented opportunity here in your lifetime to make some financial change that's going to stick, and it's going to change your life for the better. And that's what I'm here for, is to help you do that. So, it's I get tremendous joy out of seeing you guys celebrate. I've had a great day today watching you guys. You're just all dancing on the tabletops. That to me is probably one of the best birthday presents I can ever receive. Truly, I'm not being funny about that. It's true. I do get a great amount of pleasure out of watching you guys get it, the things that I teach. So, all right, so let's get out of XLM. I have to keep a close watch on what's going on here. So, as again, like I said, it is inside of this area. Here's where I expect it to go, but it's looking like it's forming a little bit of a flag. So be it. Again, I'm watching, and by the way, I am going to tell you, you're going to see this live. You might see it. Depends upon how things play out. If we decide, well, I'll finish my thought here. But if this thing does a run up to where I expect it to go, I'm going to dump a lot of Shiba, a lot, and it's going to move the market. Let's just put it that way. So you guys that are lucky, blessed, whatever you want to say, on here, I'm going to give you a little bit of forewarning. 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to dump, and we're going to see what's going to happen. So you just stumbled yourself into a live dump trade, where basically I'm going to dump this thing, and I'm going to watch it go down, and I'm going to show you how to buy on these AI lines. And I'm going to buy it again. I'm going to level up my bags, wash, rinse, and repeat. You're going to get to see that live tonight, maybe. Depends upon. So let's take a look at when would that possibly happen. Well, like I said, I got to drive 13 hours, so we'll see how tired I get. But currently it's going on 12:30 p.m. right now. I'm still feeling a little frisky here, so we'll see what's going on. So looking at Platinum Pro, we just added this count off here. Hang on just a second. Looking at AI, or looking at Platinum Pro, we just added these world clocks here, so we know when markets are opening up, and that's tremendously helpful. I know it's a very basic thing, but if you understand when markets are opening, you know when new blood comes in, they look at it and go, "Oh my God, look at the sheep! I need to get in on that, or I need to sell that. I need to take profits." So the key of knowing when these moves is going to happen is two different things. These lines that you see going up and down here are part of our system that makes what we call the unfair advantage grid. The dotted line and the straight line, those are pulse markers. And I haven't talked about pulse markers for a long time. Pulse markers are basically something that I invented, where I notice there's clock cycles to the way the market works. And if you can figure out when the computer makes a decision to put it up, down, sideways, and you're there and you know it's about to make a decision and you can look at your technical analysis and stuff like that, you can just kick this market's ass. I'm serious. You're seeing people in this group right now are have been using this system and they're starting to understand exactly how powerful this is. Some of you guys have been riding with me here for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months. It's been a long slog. You're about to see how incredible this system is. If you aren't already impressed, you're about to see how incredible it is when in a bull market, let alone a sideways market. But anyway, when a crypto comes over to this mark here and hits this, it's going to make a decision to go up. I'm sorry, I've got a new graphics card that doesn't like to move very quickly with my mouse. So it'll make a decision to go up, down, or sideways. And it'll go along to the next pulse marker. It'll go up, it'll rebound off these things, it'll go down, it'll hit that, and then it might dump down to the next one. So what it's doing is it's playing the ups and downs, the lefts and rights. And so if you can figure out using TA and all the other tools that we have built into our system, you can pretty much predict the way the market's going to go. And so added to that, we added a chronological thing where we can now see when the markets are opening and closing. So right now, currently, like I said, it's 12:30 p.m. my time. Who's just waking up? Moscow, not big traders. Moscow are not big traders. So we are at Cairo, not big traders. Berlin would be your next market that's opening up. And then behind that would be London. So it's going to be kind of a little slow for the next hour or so. London's a big financial. The ones you really want to watch out for is America, of course, which is 3 different time zones, London, and Beijing, China. We always used to watch when China opens up, and by my time, that's usually 9:30 p.m. my time. And like right now, it's 1:30 in the 1:30 in the afternoon. So they actually are open right now. So they could at any point in time decide come about the closing. There is no closing, but come about the time it's time to just shut it down and spend some time with the family or go to bed or whatever. You can see people might be exiting positions or taking new positions. So you always got to watch for market opening and market closing, because those things always make or waking and sleeping hours and stuff like that, because it does have a tremendous impact on volumes and on trading and on activity. And I'm fond of saying, if we see a move here in America, when China wakes up, they'll amplify it. And we've seen that too many times. We'll have a good day at the races, and they'll get on, and they'll add some more ponies to it, and, you thought you liked it before. And that very well could explain what we just saw, because if we backtrack the time, going from here to here, that was when China woke up. No question about it. That's when China woke up. Or towards the early part of the morning. So, the best is yet to come. Now, they might be ready after lunch to go ahead and shove it up a little bit further. But my guess, if I had to make one, is London's going to get themselves a piece of this. When that comes, probably, I don't know if I'm going to be there with you when that happens. It's 6:30 in London. You'll be looking at probably about another 2 hours. If I can make it, I'll still be on live stream doing that. But if not, I would be inclined to tell you start watching for London to do something, and I would expect it also to be bullish in that respect. So let's talk about what I think is going to happen. What's the next move? Well, again, dual AI lines. So I've already kind of marked it out. This is where I expect the next real stopping point to be. I'm going to resketch that a little bit better. Let's just go with that. I expect that to be, I don't know what the hell TradingView's problem is. It always draws stuff I didn't ask for. There we go. All right, so this is the next move I expect to see when it starts to really do a run. Now, how is this going to go as far as like to get, I've got too many screens open. My computer's lagging just a little bit here. Give me just a minute. Help it a little bit. There we go. My computer's just about getting as tired as I am. Let's see if that does any good. There we go. Good. Okay. So we will likely probably go up. We'll probably hit that a little bit, and then we'll hit that next one a little bit. But eventually, make no mistake about it, we're going to get there. Now, percentage-wise, what are we looking at? To go from here to here, 20%. Shiba can do that without batting an eye. Without batting an eye. Most cryptos can do it, but Shiba's well within the wheelhouse. I mean, we've seen moves of 30, 40, 50, 60, 70%. So 20%, not even 20%, not even a concern. So will we make it this far within a matter of a couple of hours? Yes. I mean, if we're going to truly go for the gusto, we're going to jump from one dual AI line, which is right here. That's why we're paused here, by the way. You'll notice this is what I'm talking about. Look at the power of that. Came up, hit it exactly, rejected, went down, came up, hit it exactly. These lines are not playing, man. They are deadly accurate. So once we pierce through that and work our way through, this will be a little softer. It'll go through that because we're going to be hitting all-time highs again. And once we get past this, so every move we make is an all-time high from this point forward. And so we're just establishing new rules to the game. So the faster we can run up, the better we like it, because we don't want it to go up and get squishy and then go up and get squishy and then go up a little squishy, because we're going to end up having a lot of resistances on the way back down, which can be good because it forms plateaus to stop off at. But we want a good solid run right here. And when my alarm triggers, I'm going to hit the big red button and I'm going to dump it all. So I want you guys to be paying attention. So I am a live trader. I don't trust Coinbase to do anything for me. So I want to live trade it. I don't set market orders, because I know what happens when you do is it's like playing cards with the pit boss standing over your shoulder. I don't want them knowing. I'll tell them when it's time to sell. So that's why I live trade. Some of you guys, if you ever wonder why I do that and how come I don't use the tools, because the tools are being used against us. That's why I don't do it. I live trade, catch them when they got their pants down. Because if they think I'm not going to sell and I do, they don't have time to kick in the bots and offset what it is I'm doing. So if I drop a hard dump of 55 million or 55 billion Shiba on them, it's going to take a minute for them to get their shit together to figure out what to do about it. So, all right. Happy Rhino. I'd stop and get a shave and a haircut. You can't cut my hair because I don't have any hardly. You could go through the motions, which aren't going to get very much out of me. Beard, yep, I got beard. So he's referring to my birthday party trip that I'm making. So. Yeah, let me get this out of here. So I made my point with this. Let's not cover that up so we can see what's going on there. So we talked about candles last night. We talked about how to judge a candle and how to know what's going on here. So again, now if you remember yesterday's lesson when I talked about how to judge a candle and determine its enthusiasm, yay or nay or not at all, here we are with 3 minutes to go. If you remember what I told you, I said you want to watch that last couple minutes of any given candle. We're looking at a 15-minute chart. So right now we're right dead down the middle. So I'm not expecting anything too terribly bullish out of this candle to happen. We're probably going to get another one, probably another one after that. But the one thing I do want to show you, though, is we might end up, like this is why I drew that triangle. So I'm more concerned, let me go back and redraw that. I don't think we're going to break this, to be very candid with you. I think that basically what we're looking at is we're looking at this formation right here. We're going to be inside of this. Now, what did I tell you, going back 2 lessons before? What does the flat side of a triangle mean? Anybody remember? Bueller? Anybody remember? What does the flat side usually tell you? That's the direction we're going to break out. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So the reason I'm drawing the channel, I'm drawing the triangle, is this. I want to show you the window of motion. So, we can go down and look like we're not, something like that. But make no mistake about it, I can very clearly tell you that we're probably going to work our way into something like a triangle, or we could get into like a small channel or whatever like that, and then we could break. But 1 or 2 of those formations is going to probably materialize here in the next 3, 4, 5 candles. So if this thing does break down, watch, it's going to fall flat right on top of that, right on top of that orange arrow right at the bottom of this. So we're going to be trapped right inside this triangle cell here until we decide that we're going to go ahead and probably right about, I'll get real specific here, probably right about there is about where we're going to break out. And the reason why is because those things usually either run completely to the tip, and that, of course, what do you know, is right on a half pulse marker right here. Or it'll do it at 70%. So somewhere right in that general area there, that's when the breakout's going to happen. So if you've got anything you need to do, if you need to go, wash your dog or get yourself a late night bowl of Fruity Pebbles, or go get a beer, you're not missing anything. It's going to be a while before this thing starts doing anything. I will tell you that the other part about this is it's we're rolling back down again with this. We're rolling into the red with this. Everything's losing steam, not necessarily in a waterfall, losing it everything, taking it all back. It just, these things have to ebb and flow. Green, red, green, red, green, red. So we're going to have possibly a little red session here, and we'll flip back green a little bit. But for basically the next, I would say easily the next 3 hours, don't expect a light show. Now, whether or not I make it 3 hours, I can pretty much assure you that would be stupid for me to stay up on 3 hours. But just kind of want to do a little live stream here, just because I was kind of hoping we might see a little something. But now, as I'm sitting here and sketching this out, I can tell you this is going to be a snooze fest for about the next 3 to 4 hours. So, good television. Still better than network programming, though, isn't it? Let's Elon. My God, does that guy just have to have everything? Did someone just name this coin Elon, or is he legitimately? I don't have any time or inclination to even want to pay attention to that fool or anything that he does. But is this something he went out and arrogantly somebody put his name? He put his name on it, or did someone make it and he thought, "Oh, that's cool. It's got my name on it," and so he talks about it. What's his association with it, if anything? I wouldn't put it past him, though. But yeah, 4 hour nap. That's exactly right. I wish I was the type to take a 4 hour nap, because I would. That's about all I really ever sleep anyway, is about 4 hours. So you guys have been asking. Some of you guys are new to live stream. You don't know the multitudes of discussions that have happened on this platform. I'm 6'10". I've got massive arthritis, as you can well imagine, and I just went and got cortisone shots. I've talked to the group here and told them, I don't sleep very much anyway, because I'm just a natural insomniac. I usually stay up for 2 days at a time. But I just got cortisone shots in my arm. Oh man, I feel good. I feel like they just shaved 15 years off me. I don't even think about my elbows anymore, or not my elbows, but my shoulders anymore. It was well worth whatever it was they charged me. So when I do sleep, I actually will sleep, because the pain doesn't keep me awake anymore. We're testing out here. Just past. See, now this is another way that we could do this. I'm not putting a lot of credence in this. What we firmly need to see, you'll notice it always goes right back to the AI. Dipping your toe over it doesn't count. Doesn't count, close enough doesn't count in anything but hand grenades and horseshoes. So this thing has to close candle above this dual AI line, or otherwise I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, I get that sand thing too, Wanda. There's days when it's just like, there's days I don't know why I do this to myself. Thank God I don't have a regular job I got to clock into. I'd be the most worthless employee ever. Boy, it's teasing us, isn't it? So another thing we can look at here to see if we have a possibility that we could be doing something. Something I probably should have noticed right off. We talked about the Bollinger bubble, which is this dark green cloud here, or Bollinger cloud. It is flaring open, and that means that we're expanding into whatever direction we're going. When that expands, it means it's hypercharging it, or it's indicating things are going to get bigger, bigger, faster, faster, or less, or quicker, quicker. So we're trending up. The bubble is expanding. That means we have some upward push. So right now, basically at 11 minutes and 31 seconds, we need to close this candle body here. We didn't do it on the last one. We need to close this candle body here above, and then rock and roll. We're going to negate all of this, and we're just in a little small true bull pennant, or bullish channel, if you want to call it, pennant, flag, whatever. Um, I'm inclined to believe maybe it could happen. And the reason why I say this is because I've kind of lamented to you guys, and you guys know it for a fact if you've been following me for a while, is they do not allow the TA to ever work. Ever. And in this summer, when you think you understand how technical analysis works, they take it and send it the opposite direction, or 50%. We've figured out some tools to be able to kind of, one is called the 50% move, and I'm just taking them to the cleaners with their own shenanigans now using this chart. But I will say that I commented that she was playing it pretty straight down the middle. I mean, when TA says we're going to get a 100-point move, we get a 100-point move. Not 50, not 25 and then sideways and then 25 and then take it and go the other direction. It really is. When TA says it's going to go up, it goes up. When it says it's going to go down, it goes down. It respects all those patterns. W's, cups and handles, Adams and Eves, all of them are making sense and they work like they're supposed to. And that is, I don't know if they're just trying to lull me into a sense of false security, thinking, and eventually they swap up the factor and they swap up the formula and screw me. But at this point in time, things are working. So I'm telling you that to tell you this. If I'm just simply looking at this, I'm looking at this purely. Let's go ahead and take all this trash out here for a second. Well, maybe not. I'm looking at this as strictly, purely a bull flag. And that is exactly what it is. But the question is, are you gonna play it like one, or are you not? So if you guys understand how that works, this distance right here is referred to as velocity. It's from the bottom of the flagpole to the top of the flagpole. Now, what you do, typically speaking, everybody's fans of the channel knows how this works. You take this, you park it at the top of the channel right there. If you gotta get the right measurement, of course. Let me get there we go. Anyway, I'm estimating. So anyway, you put it at the top of that flag right there, and it should dump you basically up there. You should go that condition. I question this quite a bit. And the reason why is because usually the statistical computers will end up intersecting with a point at which a flagpole. Rarely do you see an instance where there's no AI line, and so either I'm not picking up the correct position of flagpole, and I think that is actually the issue here. So let's do this. I don't like that. It's not working very well. So let's do this. So let's call this the flagpole. From here, not from here, but from here. So let's call this the flagpole. Let's see if that plays out a little bit different. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So from here, so basically we went from here up the flagpole here. This should be your next move. And of course it intersects with the AI. So that's very believable. Very believable. So the question is, are we going to close this candle out? Are we going to go ahead and continue on and up from here? Which we will see here shortly. We've got a kind of a wavy green. We're not cresting necessarily. We're looking like we're regaining strength. We're turning up. Yeah, guys, I think we might close this up. We might see a little bit of a run here. So let me go ahead and give you the percentages. You're looking at another boost of about 7% of Shiba. All aboard. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. And I don't think we're going to have to wait 3 hours for it to happen either, if we close this candle above that line. Happy Rhino, you want to give me some stem cells? Brother, I will take it. I have no cartilage in my knees whatsoever. It's bone on bone. I click like a Halloween skeleton when I walk. I click like a Halloween decoration when I walk. Yeah, DM me. DM me on that. Excuse me a second, guys. I'm just opening up charts here. I'm reviewing. I've got 6 gigantic 36-inch monitors here. I'm looking at off screen. So I've got just oodles and oodles of data. I've got just to the point you're just choking on it. I try to keep my displays somewhat simple because they can get very complex very, very quickly. So it's too much information. I know a lot of you guys. Why you do it, I don't know. You watch these live streams on phone. You can't. Really got to watch this stuff on a very large tablet or a PC with a decent sized monitor because there's a lot of information here to take in. And if you can't do it by listening to the sound of my voice is all well and good, but you need to be able to see the things that I'm showing you. So anytime you catch my live streams, try to do it on a PC. Or ideally, I have a couple of people who like to watch me on their smart televisions, which that's not bad either. They sit there and man, it's hard to believe I'm not entertaining, but. I have some people they just make a night of it. They know I'm going to be in. They just pop some popcorn and just sit down, get the notepad out, and just start listening to me yammer for however. So it's fun. I don't mind doing that. Usually I tell a lot of stories for you guys that are not familiar with who I am. I travel all over the world and I do all kinds of really, really strange things. So occasionally those will work their way into my broadcasts telling stories. So we did a lot of those last night. Yeah, I'll tell you, the TVs anymore, they're getting so cheap, it just kills me. I've got a 120-inch Samsung. I haven't watched that thing for 3 years. I haven't watched it for 3 years. There's just nothing on. I don't care. I always end up sitting in my bedroom. I've got a 50-inch at the foot of my bed. I always end up sitting in bed watching Netflix in bed and then crashing going to bed. When there's something on Netflix. I haven't been in my den for damn near almost 2 years. It's ridiculous. This is mostly because there's nothing to watch. Well, one thing that's shaping up here quite, you can see we're kind of almost building a mini triangle there, a triangle within a triangle, which is good because that means it's going to force us to bust out of this thing faster. So as long as we keep establishing a higher low, then we'll be up and out of here in about 2 candles, meaning 30 minutes. Nothing on Cougar yet. Nothing on Cougar yet. Believe me, when it comes, you'll know, or I'll know, and I'll say something. So. Cougar is well, can't really describe it yet. It's kind of like the Matrix. You don't know what the Matrix is until you see it. But literally, that's kind of a joke. Not really. Cougar's Matrixy kind of shit. It really truly is. It's really I can't really explain it in a way that would be relevant to anything right now that you would understand. but it's coming out of Asia, and it's there's I alluded to this last night that not a single one of you will make it through a single day of your existence you won't interface with this coin. Not a single one of you. If you go out in public at all, you're gonna interface with this coin. So when this thing comes, we're gonna know about it before anyone else. So, and I've told a few of you guys why. So no news on it yet. Yeah, White Dove's talked about it, but our group is we call it mind tapping. Our remote viewers that are part of my 21 group, we're tapping this guy to see what his attitude is every single week. How's he feeling and stuff like that. Um, all of our psychics, all of our remote viewers, we're just ganging up on this poor guy. He doesn't even know he's being watched 7 days from Sunday. Like I said, we've got physical people in town where he's at. Like I'm not joking when I say if he sneezes, one of our guys is there to hand him a tissue. So we're watching his every single move because we know how big this is going to be. I can give you a little taste of what's going on. Here we go. Next candle. I'll give you a little taste of what's going on. So Cougar is an AI, automated intelligence based. That's why I show a great interest in it because it's what we do here as we use automated intelligence. Um, is basically it's an AI powered coin. So let me give you some hypotheticals. So there's many things that it will do, of course, but and militaries will love this coin. But anyway, for retailers, because I'm a real retailer, I can tell you how I would use it and how it would normally be used. Um, so don't ask me to explain the coin aspect of it, but the technology works like this. So let's say your name is Bill. Okay, so Bill, you're about 5'10". You like to ride Harleys. You're married. Your birthday is October 30th, 1967, and you have 2.5 kids. All that information is known by the Cougar system. Now, let's say your wife last year she bought some like I don't know rose how would I want to say like let's say she bought some perfume, rose smelling perfume. All right. So you walk into, and again, retail won't be what retail is now, but let's play this out a little bit. You walk into J.C. Penney's, let's say. Cougars implemented in J.C. Penney's. You walk into J.C. Penney's, all of the advertising, the heat temperature in the building in your relevant area, the lighting in the space that you're at, the ambient temperature, the entire atmosphere is geared towards gearing you into a it's monitoring your heartbeat to see if you're excited by the purchase and the offerings and stuff like that. It's just sickly interesting, guys. And so effectively what I'm telling you is this. So you go into JCPenney's and it's conditioning the entire building upon your presence or the vicinity of where you're at to kind of be conducive to keeping you in there, kind of the way the casinos always block out the windows so that you don't know what time it is. You're gambling at 4 in the morning and you don't realize it. It's kind of like that. But also, everything you walk past is going to be geared towards selling you, not you kind of, you exactly. So let's say, for example, picture Blade Runner. It's very much like Blade Runner. So you walk past a billboard, and some computer generated person is going to be on there. Hi, Bill. How you doing? How's your wife doing? Her birthday's coming up here in 3 days. Why don't you buy her some of this perfume? And it's going to talk to you just like a human being, and it's going to suggest you can carry on a conversation with this thing. And we can have that ship. Would you like that gift wrapped? I mean, I've seen the entire presentation, and trust me, guys, it's Blade Runner. It totally is, totally is. And so when that comes to pass, that will be implemented in everything you do. So when you get into your refrigerator, hey, you're almost running out of milk because it knows your milk drinking habits. It knows that by the time you get to next Thursday, eating your Apple Jacks and stuff, you're going to be out of milk. And it's going to order it for you. Would you like me to order some milk? Blah, blah, blah. And it'll, of course, it'll have ties to Amazon. Amazon's going to love the crap out of this. It'll have ties to Amazon. It'll have ties to everything. It'll function like a personal assistant, like a shopping assistant, like a life assistant. Um, You want to hear the really big one that I know about, no one else is talking about? It's going to take the place of doctors. So if you're in the medical profession, you might want to rethink your career, because if this can do this for retail, you don't think it can do for doctors? It can do. It can replace a doctor in a heartbeat. If it has the entire catalog of functions of the human body, and it can already tap into things that take your temperature, this, that, and the other thing. You literally can be diagnosed standing in your living room, and that stuff's coming. It's coming. Yeah, Minority Report. And there's our breakout. So let's get rid of all this because that's no longer relevant. And let's put this in a channel and see if it can show us something here. So we have to get past that the mid channel. Mid channels are always the struggle. Mid channel intersects with dual AI, so we got to get out of this. Just basically right out from underneath my finger right there. We got to get out from underneath that. Once we scrape the top of this, we're doing some business at a higher level. So right now, currently, we're damn near all-time high was right there. So we're damn near an all-time high. Yeah, everybody's back from eating their bowl of rice. Yeah. Want to be just a little bit under that AI. Nice even round number and under AI. So you'll notice my arrow is not going completely to that AI. It's for a specific reason. 4 zeros, 5 8. 0 0 0 0 5 8. Well, we're dancing above the half channel on the trend, so I'm really heavily concerned that we get above and stay above that half channel. Once we do, then we can possibly bounce and ping pong along, up, and then it's going to be a couple of moves to get it going up. It won't just shouldn't just moonshot because we've had a lot of green here. We might blip back to as you guys know, I mean, I talked about last night. I demonstrated it last night that we can have some of these very small little blips red, and we're back to green. Then we blip red, and we're right back to longer green. So these sessions are getting longer and longer. And nothing wrong with that. So it gets it up and keeps it up. But I'm anticipating the greens are getting stronger, the reds are getting stronger. So this is likely to probably go pretty good red, and it could. I don't know. It's too difficult to tell at this point in time, but I don't think this is going to give it back. I don't think it's going to capitulate and come back down. If it did, it would come back down here under this blue, like right in this area. Doesn't feel right to me. So my guess is it may come back and revisit, like possibly like right here, which was a recent target that I just erased. But yeah, I think I'm going to kind of keep my eggs in the up basket for right now. Thank you, Athena. Did you get into gold yet, by the way? Yeah, Athena, you got lucky. By the way, I have a birthday special going on. You might want to join that since you didn't join already. So you kind of you got lucky on that one. You guys. By the way, let's take a little break here on this for just a second. So everybody's just wafting into the channel to see what's going on. My name is Red Baron. I'm from faradvantage.chat. And our charts come from fibicharts.com, F-I-B-I charts.com. Give me just a minute here. I'll show you everything you ever wanted to know. So this is our main website. So basically, if you just go here, if you'd like to subscribe to these charts that have all the AIs and the grids and stuff, and of course get into our VIP chat, which is where I'm doing this stuff normally hour upon hour upon hour, giving calls and showing you guys the direction. You do. You can just basically just go to subscribe, and right now go to subscribe now. And you can go to VIP Gold Birthday Promo, and that's basically $100 off. You're getting this at 1/3 the price. That's guys. We've never done a special like that. I just wanted to do something for my birthday, just to thank you guys for helping me grow this channel and helping Chase build his business. And I'll tell you what, it's just been a fantastic experience for the both of us to be. Helping you guys change your life and stuff like that. So basically what we did is we just put this out here at just like a super cheap price. And I'll go so far as to say this. I don't make promises, but obviously I think anyone in here will vouch and speak on my behalf. If you if you subscribe to this, you get 30 days unlimited access to all the stuff that I do and all this stuff that I trade inside of the VIP Gold. This is a no-lose proposition. We are at the bottom of a bull market. If you have a decent amount of capital, a couple $1,000, and you want to get in a coin, I'll help you earn this back and way, way more. Anybody in this chat will tell you that this is probably the most outrageous deal you could possibly get for $50. So if you'd like to get a chance to get that, this is going to be going on for a short period of time more, between now and the 30th. I highly encourage you, and basically it cuts off after you go for 30 days, and it cuts off at the last day of November, and then by then I will have proved myself, and you'll be back for more. You'll definitely be back for more. Am I right, guys? There we go. See, so the things that I'm doing here by showing you the moves before they happen, this is the sort of thing that happens inside of that VIP package. We do this every day, 365 days of the year, don't we? Rain or shine. I work harder than the mailman. I'm the hardest working man in crypto, ain't I? All right, so we're very clearly up here. Now we just basically got to close above that half channel right now. And I think we're gaining strength again. We're rolling up again. Okay, so let's time to shoot a few predictions here. Right about there is about where we're going to have our first little problem with getting any further. Not saying we're not gonna pierce it, but we're gonna get a little hesitation at that line at the very thank you. We're gonna get a little hesitation at that white line before we pierce through it. So we will, though. I'm fairly confident of that. Now, I will tell you guys that if you're wanting to do this, not a sales tactic or anything like that, it's just the reality. When you subscribe to Gold, a moderator has to unlock your Gold chat. You'll instantly have access to the charts, but charts plus VIP, that's the 1-2 punch combination that you really want. You can subscribe to Gold package tonight if you want to. Or tomorrow if you want to, no problem. But their moderator has to vet that you've made a payment and manually unlock you in Discord. I'm here right now. If you do this right now, I can unlock you. You can have all access, and then you're good to go for 30 days. I want to forewarn anyone who's kicking tires right now. I'm going to be on the road here probably in less than 9 hours. I'm going to be on the road. I'm going to be sleeping here probably in a couple hours, but while I'm up, if you do and you message in the chat here, I just bought Gold, I'll unlock you right now live on the air if you want. Oh, well, Chase has a birthday in January. Hint, hint. I don't think you want to wait till January. It's the end of January, by the way, more like February. So I don't think you want to wait until that. Well, the train will done and left the station so far you can't even see the station no more. I don't know what we're going to do for his birthday deal. We'll come up with something complete, not just a price cut. We'll come up with something completely different. And we are back under the channel again. Don't like seeing that. Thank you, Greg. We did this last night. Some of you guys that are new on live stream, we did this last night, and it was just like watching fishing on TV. And I was watching it. Did you just buy? Did you just get in, JP? What is your? No, you don't want to. DM me if you're. Are you on Discord? If you are in Discord, just DM me on Discord. Let me know what your ID is. So all you guys are thinking about getting into the charts, if you're new, fresh off the street or whatever, first things first is join our chat or join our group at the Unfair Advantage, theunfairadvantage.chat. That's where you find VIP Gold, stuff like that. The charts are all on Fibby charts, but you want to do that. So basically, DM me or whatever. Let me know here, and I will. I can unlock you right now. No problem. Maybe you already did. Hang on just a second. Let me check my chat and see what's up. Yeah, JP, give me don't give your email. Just give me the first part just before the @ symbol. And I also need to know if you're on Discord. You need to be on Discord, obviously, before I can unlock chat. So get yourself in there and let me know what your user ID is for Discord, and I'll get you unlocked. No, that's what I'm getting ready to drop on the world right now, Josie. if we hit, that's the reason why I'm on live stream right now. Is if if we get up to this dual AI line here while I'm still conscientious, or while I'm still conscious, I'm gonna dump at this line right here. It's not getting very enthusiastic right now, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. I'm starting to feel like I'm fading just a little bit here, so may not happen, but I make no mistake about it. We are going to get to that line. Now, if I wake up in the morning before I take off, I'll dump. I'll just dump the damn thing and get on the road and issue a buyback order, automated. So when it falls down to where I expect it to go, and it will, I'll buy it back automatically. But I want to do the dump right now, live, hopefully, if I can. But it's not looking. I would put the odds at less than 20%. More like about 15 conservatively. I don't trust him, Josie. I don't. I really don't. Just, I just don't. Because JP, I assume is that somebody just sent me a DM that just bought gold. So okay, all right, yeah, that is you. All right, I'll get you unlocked. Give me just a minute here. I'm doing housekeeping. There you go. You're in. Just like that, guys. So all you gotta do is basically get into Discord. Get an ID if you don't have an ID, and please do me a favor, use the same Discord ID that you use for Fibby Charts. Drives me batshit crazy when you guys have two different names. It is a lot of work to keep you guys straight. So try to use the same friggin' name. Try to make my life easy, will you? Nobody else does. Some of you guys, damage is done already. Yeah, there's no helping you, but our system doesn't communicate back and forth with Discord because Discord doesn't have an open architecture, so it is what it is. So please try to use the same name for your sign-up name on Fibby Charts as you use on Discord. It just makes the whole system work a lot easier. Yeah, you just buy the birthday package. We don't know codes. We have our system has the ability to use discount codes, but I've never found it. It just causes more confusion than anything. So basically, all you gotta do is just get in there and just select the very first top one that I showed already. Just get into the area there I showed. It's the very first option. Says birthday package special, and it's already marked down. And then message me and let me know. This is going to be a while. See, anytime you get this slow choppy, this is bots. We got slow trading volume. This all. Let me get into market psychology or market actuation here. Um, the mechanics, market mechanics would probably be the better way to say this. So basically, right now we are in a situation where it's an afternoon on open markets. New markets are not emerging yet, meaning London's not awake and Berlin's not awake, so they're not a factor. So usually plays happen, usually not always, but usually plays happen at opening bell and closing bell, and we don't have bells on crypto because they're 24 hours, 365. But there's still a biological cycle one must follow. You wake up, you go to sleep, unless you're me, and you do that every 2 days. So the issue here is like, when does the next quote unquote opening bell, meaning opening or meaning somebody's waking up, would be around 8 o'clock to about 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Is usually done. Sometimes you can say 9 or 10 o'clock, but generally speaking, I like to go about 8 to 7, 8 to 8, some of that general area there. So right now, currently, we are just in an area of time where, let me go back one step. Is so basically, when markets open, when people wake up, they look at the market. Just picture what you do when you wake up in the morning, if you're self-employed like me or whatever, and you just look at the market. You get out of bed, you look at it, you go, oh, okay, I think I'll get in, I think I'll get out. No kidding. So that's what happens when these markets wake up. They magnify or they take away from positions that are already there. So if you find out, oh my God, I'm a millionaire today, click sell that shit. So they sell it. So that happens in the morning. But at the end of the day, it's completely the opposite, and I'm about to do the same thing. When I've just finally got to the point I can't hold my eyes open anymore. If I'm in the middle of a trade, I'm like, I'm just gonna close this thing and just take my loss for the day or take my win for the day. Let's give me my chips back. I'm ready to go cash my chips in. So that's what happens. And so you see at the opening and closing, and I mean this in a different sense of opening and closing move. I mean this is at the opening of a day and the closing of a day, you will see moves relevant to that market that is open. And so when the next market moves, it's a series of opening and closing and opening and closing. That's why you see these boosts and swings that you see. Generally speaking, no one comes back from lunch and decides to rock the world. They do it in the morning or they do it at night by dumping. The only thing that would send it anywhere, and there's for every rule that means to be broken. But let's say you happen to wake up at 10:30 in the morning, and you happen to know the plane just hit World Tower 1, and the next one hit the next one. Those sorts of things, yeah, those move markets, but you can't plan for those, and those are outliers and stuff like that. So apparently, there's a lot of things going on over on one inch here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that here real quick. Well, it's a little so. Jeez. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna take great pride in telling you I told you so, because I showed you that line long ago, and I told you that this was gonna happen. So, not to put too fine a point on this, if you guys are not subscribed at $49 to VIP, you are out of your damn mind, because this warning was given to the people in the VIP. I was told them this was going to happen. I showed them the target. This happened weeks ago. I gave them fair warning that this was coming. And lo and behold, now I wouldn't have predicted it like this, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it anyway and get it. But end of the line basically is the end of the discussion is I told them this is coming. This is not done. This is not done. We're still at the top of the candle. This thing will continue. Mark my words. Going back further than a couple of weeks, I'm talking a couple of months. I've been telling you guys, this coin is going to rock. It's a good coin. I've literally, you'd think I worked for the company. I was pitching it so hard there for a while. Oh yeah, I made a believer out of you now, didn't I, broadcaster? So hang on just a second here. If go ahead, or if you're in, just message me here. I'm live. I'll go ahead and take a look, and I'll add you in. So. just DM me you can tell I'm getting tired. I'm not thinking right. Just DM me on Discord and let me know who you are there, and I'll unlock you. Yeah, let me tell you something. This does not surprise me. Now, we have a saying, sleepers wake up running. This is not a sleeper because it's an upward trend, but again, you can still see some sleeper aspects to this. The folks that are fans of my work and know what I'm talking about, or know what I'm talking about by when I say a hiccup. You know, there's the famous hiccup right there. What always happens. Now, rarely do you see a sleeper. You know, maybe a sleeper with his head up high or something like that. I don't know, but. It always happens like this guy. It goes, gets a hiccup, calms down, and then whoosh, goes. These are moves that I've learned to kind of pattern recognize. No one ever talks about these things, but they're real. They're real. So what I find interesting about this, as long as I'm kind of just running my mouth here, usually when you see a wick like this, what's the first thing? You all guys know, whoosh, and then it comes back down, takes it all back away. Well, I don't see anybody taking anything very back away right now. It's pausing. Fact, it opened up another candle. Watch and be amazed. I'll just let it run. Watch and be amazed. It's going to go further. And the reason why I say that is because the dragon wings are spread. It's leveled. It's cocked down a little bit right here, but I'm not threatened by that. And it's going to tag that white line. No problem. Yeah, I've been pitching 1 inch since before $2, since it was like $1.32. I think $1.32 is the lowest I ever. You're fairly new, Josie. So, but yeah, when you came in, it was down about $2. I was telling everybody, but and my whole thesis on this is you know, you look at Uniswap. Geez, man, Uniswap was like $65 at one point in time. That isn't worth $65. That site sucks. And if you ever go look at 1inch.io and you compare it to Uniswap, you're like, oh, give me a break. That's like a Yugo versus a Ferrari. I mean, it's it's got so much more going for it, and it's basically like at the one point in time it was like 1/5 to 1/8 the price. And I'm like, what? And get it. And then it got listed on Coinbase, and you know, not much happened, and big surprise there. But I told everybody this is coming. So the fact that it's at 566, we're nowhere close to done. Nowhere close to done. This thing should easily be, probably by my estimation, should easily be north of $25. Easily. Soon. So I'll do a split screen here so we can kind of watch two things at once. Broadclear, is your username ODO and yada yada, something like that? Is that what it is? It would help if you did, Simon. I would appreciate it if you did. So that way I can track you and know who you are from one place to the other. Otherwise, I got to do some complicated research, and I don't have time to do that. So if I can just look at you and know your name is this on Discord, and your name is, you know, like Josie Posey. If I look at her on Discord, that's what she is on Fibby Charts. Then I know I'm good. Is it Broadclear on Discord? Okay. So who is ODO? Odon. I can't even pronounce that. ODONATA. I'm dyslexic, so. Oh, hey guys, look at this. Isn't that funny? Ta-da. You're welcome. Take a bow. Just like I told you. Watch and be amazed. That, my friends, is what we call a PING ping. Ping. Hit it exactly. Not a little bit, not kinda, to the pixel. That's the way we roll. Isn't that amazing? Trading doesn't have to be hard, you just have to have better tools. Now, by the way, if I were owning that right now, I'd be dumping that bitch. No, I wouldn't. I would probably hang on to it because I know it has more to go after that. But again, now we have to make another prediction and another prediction, stuff like that. But look at that. It not crossing that line yet. Isn't that fascinating? I mean, we're like literally, let me show you exactly how accurate that is. It's right down the middle of that dotted line. That candle went right down the middle of the dotted line. It's fascinating. I invented this system, and it still fascinates me. I mean, it's my baby. I'm an engineer with 3 masters in engineering, so I just totally get off on this. It's fun. All right, so now we're on to another move. So anyway, but you can see how it stopped on it. So basically, if you had a prediction to do a dump or a buy or a sell, boom, there you be, right there. Okay, so let me get back to get everybody signed up here. I want to make sure I got everybody taken care of here real quick. All right, so okay, so I got one guy that, so Broadclear, you signed up as well. So I'm trying to, you're not messaging me on Discord. I need you to message me on Discord so I can unlock you. So if you're hearing me, I'm sorry, I got a little bit of delay between my question and your answer. So if you signed up, get on to Discord and sign up. And Dot Not, I always call him Dot Not. Dot Not, could you watch and make sure that he's in there, that he's vetted, that he can message me, but message me and then I'll add you in. So I gotta have you on Discord as a member first before I can. So just go to the unfairadvantage.chat, use the invite, get in, and then you can go to FibiCharts and sign up. Live stream's just slow for some people, Scott. It's not me. It's just internet all over the country is just sucking wind. Okay, any of you guys that are just signing up, I don't want to turn this into kind of a cluster, otherwise it's just going to be a me thing. What you need to do is, if you're on Discord and you just bought access, you have to message me on Discord. Give me your username on FibiCharts, just to be on the safe side, and give me your email you signed up with. That way I can kind of cross check you, and then I'll let you in. I'll make sure everybody gets in tonight. Safe Moon. If it were that safe, why do they have to feel compelled to put it? I'll tell you honestly, the first time I heard Safe Moon, I thought there's a coin that's trying too hard. My intuition. I know that sounds funny, but literally, if you're telling, well, I'm safe, I'm a good coin, and like, sure. That's pretty much my opinion. And Veronica, our transmedium, thinks the same way. Safe Moon is not a good project. But it's made money. Yes, didn't say that. I'm telling you, is from a viable long term. Can you sleep easy having your money in it? No, no. We don't even track or chart it. It has its good days. I won't deny that, though. It's definitely made some money for some people, just not with my money. Oh yeah, broad clear. Yeah, I know. It makes you wait 3 minutes, so that way it's our spam trap thing. It's okay. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be on. Sato, could you check and make sure everybody's vetted as a user? You're my only mod that's working right now. Domain is rarely ever sleeping. He's like almost as bad as me, and he's actually sleeping. He's so excited to come to the birthday party. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. He's just you guys have interfaced with him. You already know what he's like, and to put a face to what you've been dealing with, he don't look like what you think he looks like. I don't look like what you think I look like either. But incredibly sweet guy. I mean, he's one of my very first members here at the group, and he's quickly becoming a very close friend. And he puts his heart and soul into, all of my mods do actually, puts his heart and soul into working this thing. I mean, even when he's in the middle of a hardship, he's moderating this stuff. I think it's just amazing for free. So that's I don't overlook those people that put their effort in for me. So. Nope, I don't do IOST. And some of these, just because I don't track them, doesn't necessarily. Now we just added Shiba Inu to Platinum Pro. By the way, Platinum Pro is our advanced trading platform that has all the times, and there's going to be a lot more bells and whistles on that here shortly. But it has more levels of charts and this, that, and the other thing. That's the thing you just saw me using earlier. And we just added Shiba Inu to that as well because I was having a bit of a run today. So we're gonna be doing that here pretty soon too. There you go, broad clear. I got you. There you go. Welcome to VIP. Yeah. So here's one. This is basically, this is kind of interesting that this is doing this. So this is effectively what we're looking for exactly over here. I've just demonstrated here, not by even trying. I just demonstrated how accurate this system can be. This is why I'm telling you. I'm watching those lines right there. And when they hit them, they're going to do exactly what you're seeing right here. In fact, they're going to go sideways and they're going to go back down. They're going to literally reject off that just like you saw here, or like you're in the middle of seeing right here. So this is all it is. And I've got a considerable amount of bags I'm about ready to drop. I'm so sure that that's going to happen. It's going to play out just like this. So Now I may not do it, while I'm awake or whatever. So I could execute a multiple cells if I wanted to. Um, yeah, I'm pretty confident if I don't do it while I'm awake, it probably won't have done it right away. So right now we're just basically waiting. So it's kind of acting like it wants to. We're actually turning. If we don't get it on the first shot, we'll get it on the second. If we fall out of this channel where it's reversing on us, we've got a thing called an opening move right here. Opening move is a velocity. It's the distance of a move given. And so we have to repeat this in an opening and a second closing, bookends. We could very well do something like that right there, more or less. Come down and touch this orange line. Or we could come up off of that and go to this line right here. Or more to the point, go to this line right here, which would execute the top of that. So kind of a 50-50 thing right now. So we're basically watching the indicators to see what happens. We're still trending up, so as long as we don't break down and like maybe touch off on the top of that green indicator there, then we'll be okay. So we want to see that green candle come back up in the channel quickly. If not, then option A, we're going to go and close the move down to the yellow, down to the orange line again. Josie, do you subscribe to Michelle? I've seen the stuff that she puts out, and nothing against the woman. Don't have anything wrong with the woman at all. But you must understand that I'm a publisher, and I've wrote a lot of books, and I read her reports, or I try to. And one thing stands out abundantly clear: she needs to hire a damn editor. I cannot understand a friggin' thing that reports. The last 5 reports I've seen are just, not being mean, but I'm just saying, Jesus, God in heaven, would you please make sense? It's just like it's transcribed like she's talking and someone's writing down what she's saying, but sometimes she sounds like she's speaking in third party. Sometimes it seems like she's speaking with another person and half the conversation is being recorded. Other times it seems like she's writing a book, and it's just like these mixed metaphors or these mixed ways of delivering information, first person, third person, second person, and it's really hard when she just switches up mid paragraph. And it's just infuriating for me to read that stuff. So I ultimately just end up in a couple people have let me look at the reports just because I was curious what was in them. I don't see a lot of validation for spending the money that people are spending because she's giving an opinion. She doesn't give time frames. Oh, she's been calling XRP forever. Well, no kidding. A million monkeys with a million darts are going to get a bullseye every once in a while, but doesn't mean it's going to happen immediately. And so, let me put it this way: I work with some of the world's best psychics. I am not joking about that. I work with literally some of the best mediums, psychics, clairvoyants, tarot card readers, in the world, in my 21 focus group. And I've explained this to a few people or a few times on live stream. I'm part of a group of technically savvy people. They're bankers and bankers and lawyers and government people, military people, psychics, people from all walks of life that are basically have different opinions on the economy and the world and stuff like that. And we're all together, a group of 20, actually 24 of us, but we're still called the 21 group. London Sawyer is the actual corporation that we are operating under. And so our mission statement is to basically scientifically document our predictions in such a way, kind of the way I'll use this loosely, crypto viewing, if you're familiar with crypto viewing, or if you're familiar with Courtney Brown and his work, kind of like that. What we are doing is we are documenting our work, and then when we get done and we establish a certain track record, we're going to go to the world leaders and we're going to offer our services at an ungodly expensive price because they can pay it. And but every king and queen that ever existed has people in their court that advisors like us, and so we're taking that corporate, and so that's what we're doing. And we've looked at some amazing things. I dropped the bombshell on some of you guys showing you an alien picture a couple of broadcasts ago. It's real, guys. It's real. So that's some people have asked me about that. I'll talk about it some other time. I don't want to derail the conversation here, but that's what we do. So anyway, what I'm saying is, as far as Michelle White Dove goes, I don't take anything away from her power, stuff like that. But if I were to give her one criticism, she needs to edit her information. If she's going to be selling that, this is where I kind of get a problem with her. If she's going to be selling information, the information has to be easily absorbed by the reader, has to be understood, comprehended, and being able. It has to have action bullet points on it. And so, the best thing she does is she color codes her predictions, and that's the start and the finish of the good for her, because the rest of it is just rambling nonsense as far as I'm concerned. Way too much. The last report I saw was something like 70 pages. Could have been condensed down to 20. So, just my opinion. I've dated a number of beauticians that let me do this, but they're not psychic, but I'm pretty sure they have voices in their head. Let's just say that. I think that's about as mean as I think I can probably be, but oh god. They are right. Get the hell off the coast. I'm dealing with a subscriber here, so. Well, hey Adam, how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in here for a while. I am near Chicago. Which isn't much better being near the water. So, ultimately. Excuse me, now I'm watching the stay off all coasts, all of them. I'm helping a client here off screen, so I'm watching the chart. So pardon my silence here. I'm still with you. Yeah, Zach, you better get a surfboard with a tent on top of it. All right, so looks like we need to do this. See, these channels are meant to be. Notice that the distance is always the same. We just kind of these channels kind of work and they lay over in increments, kind of like hands on a clock. You have to kind of adjust them a little bit as they start to roll down a little bit. You got to reposition them, but we're still within the operating zone, so. You can see we're smacking off the halfway there, but it's looking very likely we're going to probably reject off this. So effectively what we're doing is we're working our way into this triangle right here. And then of course from there, then we'll continue on up. So it's taking a long way, but it's getting there. So 0.0085, 58, very likely. And then from there, we'll continue on up at some point in time. Guys, I'm probably going to fade here before very long. I'm working on damn near 2 o'clock, and I'm going to be hating myself all the way across the better part of America here pretty soon if I don't get a nap. But we'll go for just a little bit longer because I have a few people that are signing up. They want to make sure we get everybody in. We got a member that's having a subscription problem here, so I'll get that dealt with, and then I'm probably going to cash my chips in. I was kind of hoping for a quick dump, but and now here's the thing: I could just go ahead and put in a order in advance, but like I said, I don't like to put those kind of orders out there because they know that I've got them out there. I like to surprise them. So if I miss this, I miss this. I know that screws some people's heads up. Why would you ever want to do that? Well, that's the reason why I'm successful is because I do things that they don't expect. So I would not like to do any kind of a preset order because what they'll do is they'll run it just short. They'll only fill it if it suits their needs, and I'm not about to do that. You know, if they're going to give me the option to market dump this thing, then that's what I'll do because then they have no choice. If you're gonna allow me to sell at market, then you're going to get what I shove at you. Whereas they can walk right up to the line and go, no, we don't want it, and turn around and go back down, and I miss my thing. So that is the level of manipulation we're talking about here. So this is why I would not put any kind of order in here expecting at all to be filled. So if it goes past it, great, even better. So then I didn't sell out too early. But I mean, this is irrelevant. This is just fun play stuff. I mean, I'm in it for the longer. Ultimately, I'm in it for the longer play, which is much up and beyond this. So this is just a short 24-hour or 12-hour distraction in the bigger sense of things. Yeah, I think I'm about off too here, guys. So I'll tell you what. So having kind of closed on that thought here, I think we'll just adjourn and call it a neutral for the night. All right. So keep an eye on charts here. So again, like if you want to dump here when this thing comes up, probably the longer it takes to get there, the less I would be likely to tell you that's a smart idea. So in going to bed, I would just say let her ride. You don't need to pull any money out right now, is my opinion. All right, so that'll do it for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Talk to you later.